The Tomkinses have been living in Lighthorne for, I suppose, probably about 90 years. Fourth generation in our family. My whole life I was adamant that I wanted to farm and be around sheep, around my own stock. And I think it sort of stems from that, really, the labour, the amount of input that I put into this product. It's an art, really, and it's something you pick up over years.
As soon as I met David and he came in, and you could see just that glint in his eye of how fabulous his stuff was. It was great to try it, and as soon as we tried it, it was something that we weren't going to turn away. So we've used it ever since.
The most exciting thing for me, and the thing that makes it feel worthwhile, is the actual feedback you get from a chef when you take some samples to him.
It was like a dream come true, really, because you don't find quality in depth with a single product. Like Lighthorne.
They know what they want to look for, but they haven't really had a choice as such to actually see the difference. That's what makes us a specialist, is that we can produce something that is a high quality and a unique product.
What makes it special is the fact that David's passion is prevalent in everything that he does regarding the lamb, and that just comes across.
It's lovely to find somebody who's as passionate about their product as I am about my restaurant.
And everybody who eats it just says, wow, that's good. And it's just better than everybody else's that they produce.
And the taste and the texture is just really stunning.
And because he's on site all the time, he has control over his product. A lot of the big suppliers who, again, are in the area probably lose that little bit of family value which David has.
And that's what's important. And once you find it, you don't let it go.
There's several factors that make our product what it is. That's the grade of it, the flavour and the tenderness.
The flavour just does the job.
Flavour is just absolutely fantastic.
Sometimes it's almost buttery in the way it eats. It's really delicate.
The flavour is predominantly made up from the diet of the lamb from birth. There's 35 grades to a lamb, and that's split into fat class and conformation. And then you've got the tenderness, which is the hanging process, which is the amount of time you hang the lamb for before it's sold.
It's very easy to create dishes with Lighthorne lamb because they're so tender.
You've got this beautiful quality meat that you don't really have to mess around with. You cook it quickly, sensibly, don't mess about with it, and you can just taste the sweetness, how fresh it is. You know it's been hung for the right amount of time.
They can actually come out and see the stock as well. We can take them through the whole process. They can see the breeding rams, the breeding ewes, how it's farmed, how we actually grade the products, grade the lambs as they're live.
They care for their animals so much and love their product that it just shines through with everything that they do.
It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but you know, you pay for what you get, and it is good quality.
To serve it up and then have the customers go, oh my God, I've never had lamb like it. You kind of go, well, I can tell you where you need to go and to have it, kind of thing. So, you know, it's great that he's opened the shop as well, so you can actually send customers off to it, or you can tell them that he's at the market, you know, the farmer's market.
It was very slow starting, but once the customers had the product and it was repeat custom, I just had a gut feeling that it was going to take off purely from the amount of comments that we had about the lamb. People were sort of saying, you know, raving how nice it was.
Everything's fresh. That's what I really like about it. The flavour's good.
When I saw these at the price they are, I thought it's fantastic value.
I like the fact I know where it's come from.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful. It is gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
The flavours are all there. It's lovely. I mean, every fortnight we're down here buying the meat. I mean, you can't get tired of it. Really can't.
People at home who cook that food will be so pleased when it hits their plate. You can tell that the animals are happy. I know that might sound a bit strange, but you can actually taste the difference. And why go to a supermarket? You need the butchers to carry on. You need the fact that this is a family-run place.
Anybody can go to a butcher's and have a nice piece of lamb, but it's whether it's a nice piece of lamb every time they go there.
For me, the consistency is the key point with his product. And if I don't have that consistency, I can't give that over to the customer, because they come one week and have a chump of lamb and it's really good. They come the next week and it has to be the same.
With English lamb, or traditional English lamb, I think that it's very sporadic on qualities, and that's why it's important to work with the supplier, and especially when you know the background of the supplier, like Lighthorne lamb. You know he's got the same passion for his product as you have it for your product that you're putting out in your restaurant.
Even when we're going into the winter months, where sometimes lamb can go downhill slightly because it's getting slightly older, getting towards being the hogs, where they're over 12 months old. His lamb still has that consistency from the spring all the way through the year.
Consistency is the most important. I mean, if you can get, like you say, if you can get the consistency, the size right and the spec right, which you can get with Lighthorne because he works alongside the chefs. And that's what it's all about.
We've never had a bad piece of meat, I must say, from David. The lamb comes, it's beautifully prepared.
With him having his own butchery on site, he's able to get the cuts to your specifications, which is important if you're in a big, in a big kitchen and you haven't got the time to do it.
He's got a fantastic team that kind of finish it all off for you. If you're walking into their shop and saying, "I've got a dinner party, what do you think? What portion do you think I'll need?" All that kind of thing. They're so helpful.
It's all about quality at the end of the day, because they keep our restaurants running.
It's the friendliness of everything that goes along with it as well. It's great so that you've got somebody that if you need something, he will get it no matter what the problem, he will get it to you.
I think it's the fact that I've worked so hard for so long that I've actually got such a reward back from customers and chefs about something that I actually love doing. I'm giving them this product that they haven't seen before, that they love cooking with, and it does their job more so than anybody else's.